Okay, good morning. Good morning. Now it seems okay. There we are. We're on live. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday morning, and I am Lady Victoria with Victoria School of Etiquette, where we offer a solution to your etiquette dilemmas. I am your etiquette educator and your worthy life coach, broadcasting to you live this morning from the great windy city of Chicago. Chi-Town is what we like to call it. We are the best in the Midwest, and we thank you for being a part of our platform on this morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Please like and share across your various social media platforms. I am appreciative of that, and don't be shy about sharing your comments in the section below. I will address them at the end of this broadcast or as soon as I am able. For those of you that are watching me live, thank you so much. And those that will catch the broadcast, the replay, thank you for taking time out of your schedule. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel by the same name, head on over there, hit the subscribe button. That way you have access to all of our video material right at your fingertips at your convenience. It's Monday morning, you all. It is Monday morning, and I invite you to Mind Your Manners Monday. This morning, I want to talk a little bit about self-care routines, and some of us may feel challenged in this season of quarantining and limited movement and not being able to get out and about and do the various things that we are accustomed to doing on a regular basis, but that shouldn't mean that we neglect ourselves as far as our self-care routines are concerned. We all usually have a routine that we perform in the morning when we get up and when we're headed on our way, most of the time now, to work, because there aren't a lot of classes that are being held in person if you are a college student. But whatever your situation is, whether you're a businesswoman, whether you are a stay-at-home mom, a solopreneur, whatever it is that you do, we all have routines that we generally follow in the morning. And so on today, I just wanted to share with you some of my routines for physical self-care as far as makeup and what have you is concerned. Some of you may or may not know. Good morning, nephew. Um, some of you may or may not know that I use Mary Kay Cosmetics as my cosmetic choice for cleansing and for glamour. I've been a Mary Kay consultant. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I've been a Mary Kay consultant on and off for probably over 30 years. And even when I wasn't an active consultant, I always used the product. It is my product of choice. And I like the products, of course. They are reliable. They oftentimes they do just what they said they would do. Good morning, Miss Victoria. You are going to look at absolutely good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Tonio. Well, I hope that that is a reflection of how I feel, not just outwardly, but inwardly as well. And that's some of what I'm talking about on this morning, self-care and how we handle ourselves during this season of the pandemic, of, like I said, being quarantined and having limited movement, not being able to get out and about. So I was saying that I use Mary Kay Cosmetics and have used it for over 30 years. And the product does what it says that it's going to do. Every disclaimer that they make, you can count on it. It is a product that you buy from your consultant directly. You can't get Mary Kay products in stores. If you don't know that, I'm sure most of you do. You can't get it in stores, but you can get it directly from your consultant. And it's one of the few products, makeup products, that you can use, or cosmetics that you can use, not like it, and send it back and get a full refund or get another product of your choice. Mary Kay is always backed by money back guarantee and satisfaction of the customer. That is the most important thing. So how do you start when you're talking about skincare and your regular routine? How do you start? You always start, most people think that you start with your cleanser. That is the first thing that you apply to your face, to your skin. But before you start with the cleanser, you need to know what your skin type is, because you need to use a product that's going to be effective on the type of skin that you have. Now, I am an oily. I have oily skin. Actually, I used to have combination skin because I would be oily here, what we often refer to as your T-zone, across my forehead, coming down to the bridge of my nose, and then sometimes on the tops of my cheeks, right up under, I would have oily skin. But on the sides, oftentimes, and sometimes in my chin area, I would be dry. So you want to use a product that's going to be effective for the type of skin that you have. So I wouldn't use a product for dry skin, because guess what it's going to do? It's going to bring out all the oiliness that's in your skin, because that's what it's supposed to do. So I wouldn't use a product like that. So I don't. I use products for oily skin, and I start with my cleanser, which is for oily skin. Now, the one that I use, and let me go over here and grab it. How could I forget to bring what I'm going to display? Hold on just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. But I wanted to show you what I use. I use this product, which is called our Time Wise Miracle Set. And in this, you're going to have your cleanser that you're going to start with. You can see it here. This is my cleanser. I never get this right on the screen. This would be a cleanser that you would use. This one is actually for normal to dry skin. You can see it there. There's also one for oily skin. So this is the system that I use. It is a complete system where you have your cleanser, and after you have your cleanser, you're going to have your daytime moisturizer, which you can see here, your daytime moisturizer, which you would use. You have an evening moisturizer that you're going to use for nighttime. And then this little product here is something that we use around our eyes. At the bottom down here, this helps to eliminate aging. So this entire line is for the woman that wants to, let me see if I can tilt it down so that you'll be able to see the whole thing. This entire line is for the woman who is concerned about the effects of aging on her skin. So I think you can see just the tops of it there. Okay, it's not my best display, but this is the product that I use, and I use the one for oily skin as opposed to this one, which is for dry skin. But this is my routine that I use every morning and every evening. You want to cleanse daytime and evening time, because you want to keep your skin strong and healthy and radiant and glowing, as one of my viewers said this morning. But I have been consistent in using this Mary Kay system. This particular system I've been using probably for about 10 years. I've been using this particular system. But we have more than just that one. But that is the one that I'm featuring this morning, because that is the one that I use. So knowing what skin type you have is very important in choosing the product that you're going to use. Now, for my younger viewers, that you're in your 20s and you're not worried about the effects of aging on your skin right now, so you would use a different product line. You could use our regular Mary Kay product line, which is, oh gosh, we have more than one that you could use for your skin. Anything in the timeline system is going to be effective in what you use on your skin. Whether you're using our botanicals, which is for natural, if you just want a natural approach, you want something, you say, oh, well, I don't want to really use a lot of various things on my skin. I don't want chemicals, and I don't want those things on my skin. So we have something for everyone. So this would be this product line here. This is our natural skincare line. And so this is one that you could use if you're all about using natural cleansers and things for your skin. This is another one, our botanicals, and clear proof if you are concerned about blemishes and blackheads and getting rid of those things. That is another product in our line that you can use. We have a variety of products. We even have something for the men in your life. We have something for the men, Mary Kay Men, and that product has been around for a very long time. So it's not new. It's something that's been around for a long time, and you can use this product for the special guy in your life. This one here is another one of our product lines over here. Elevate your skincare routine. That is another one of our product lines. This is our regular line that you can use. You can customize your program that you use. You can customize the products that you use. You can use one product from one line and add something from another line, and it will still be effective. But our major line is just time wise, and so anything out of that time wise collection, whether you are using it for anti-aging, and again, if you just want to use a regular product line, whether you have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, if you have things that you want to target, like I said, blemishes and blackheads, if you want to minimize your pores, we have something for that as well. So those are just some of the things that I use, but I start with my cleansing routine. After you cleanse your skin, you want to allow your skin to dry. Then you apply your moisturizer. And like I said, you have a moisturizer for the day. Your moisturizer, depending upon which product line that you are using, will moisturize anywhere from 8 to 12 hours that your skin is moisturized. Again, like I said, I have very oily skin, so I use our oil mattifier. I use that, and that is to help to minimize some of that oil that's always seeping out because I have oily skin. So that's another thing in our product line that you can use. If you want to, like I said, minimize your pores, we have something for that, our pore minimizer. You can use that product. So after you have applied your cleanser and then you have moisturized your skin, you want your skin to be radiant. So again, use the right one. If you use a product in Mary Kay, you find that it's not working or it's not as effective as you would like for it to be, then talk to your personal consultant. You can exchange your product or you can get a refund. After you moisturize, then you want to begin to apply your foundation. So you would start with perhaps a concealer for under your eyes, or if you have blotches or dark spots on your face, even if you have flat moles, not raised moles, but if you have flat moles, the flat moles are the ones that are just flat on your skin. Raised moles, of course, are the ones where if you rub your finger across it, then you'll be able to feel it because it's raised. You can be able to feel the ridges of the moles. But if you have flat moles or if you have freckles, then you want to use a concealer. You would use a concealer to cover those blotches up. But you don't want to use one that's going to overpower your foundation when you apply that. Some women make a choice to use a lighter concealer. Some women make the choice to use a darker concealer. Use what is effective for you, but again, it should not overpower your foundation, but it should blend into your skin and cover those blemishes or whatever it is that you are trying to cover up, freckles or what have you. And then you apply your foundation shade, and again, that's going to be based on the type of skin that you have. So you want to use something for my oily skin. I use something that's going to absorb the oil, not something that's going to promote the oil. You can use a creamy foundation or you can use a powdery foundation. Mary Kay has both. You can use a liquid foundation and it is based on your skin type. It is a personalized, customized self-care facial routine that you would get when you talk to your Mary Kay consultant. Now, if you're interested in any of the products or if you're interested in just learning more about Mary Kay, please message me. Just message me. You can message me. You can DM me, and I'll make sure that that information is in the comment section for those of you that want to do that. For those of you that are interested in doing that. But what's your self-care routine? That's just what I do for my makeup and glamour. But you know, skin is the largest organ that we have all over our bodies. So while we're taking care of our face, we also want to be mindful of the rest of our skin. When I am cleansing, I also cleanse down into my neck and my décolleté area, because that skin ages too. The skin on our hands, our skin, it ages as we get older. You can see the effects of aging on the skin. So we're not just taking care of our face, the skin on our face, but we want to be able to take care of the skin all over our body. So while I am very oily in my face, I'm very dry on the bottom half. My legs and my feet oftentimes get very, very dry. So, of course, Mary Kay has an entire body care system that you can use as well. And you don't have to use Mary Kay. I'm just featuring Mary Kay this morning because that is what I use. And so I wanted to share that this morning on Mind Your Manners Monday. When you're minding your manners, you think of how much are you taking care of yourself? How mannerable are you to your own self? Do you respect your body and your image enough to take the best care of it? And that's why I always include self-care routines on Mind Your Manners Monday. Then sometimes I get questions about how do you do this or how do you take care of this or that. So then I come on and feature, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing this show on this morning, because someone wanted to know, well, what is your personal self-care routine and how do you take care of your body? How are you taking care of yourself during this season of quarantining and not being able to get out and about? Well, as a Mary Kay consultant, I get my product whenever I need it. And, so I don't have to go to the store to get it. I don't have to depend upon anyone else. I place my order. I get my product. I include the orders for customers or for those that are interested in placing an order at that time. And so we don't have to worry about contact. We don't have to worry about touch. All of the product is packaged at the warehouse, and it'll come either directly to me, or if you'd like to have it shipped directly to you, sometimes we can do that. But you don't have to worry about being in contact with another person that has handled your product before you. This product is safe, so when you receive it, you are opening up a sealed package, and you will be the first person to lay hands on it. You will be the first person to touch your product skin to skin. So you don't have that to worry about. It lines up with the quarantining. It lines up with social distancing. It lines up with that. As a matter of fact, Mary Kay Cosmetics was asked at the very beginning of the pandemic to come up with a hand sanitizer for our heroes that were out there working, for policemen and firemen. The request was made of them, and our company, with their personal satisfaction guarantee, went right to work coming up with a hand sanitizer that people can use across the nation. We did a special promotion on that at that time, and if that's something that you're interested in, you can ask me about that as well, and I can give you a bit more information about that. So I'd like for you to share with me in the comments, what's your self-care routine and how do you get started? After you have taken care of all of your skin care and taken care of even your hair, and you've done your morning routine, then how are you taking care of yourself throughout the rest of the day? Are you taking breaks from work, not just your lunch break, but every so often, are you getting up and stretching? In my job, I sit a lot. I'm at the computer a lot throughout the day, just doing things that I have to do on the computer. But every now and then, I find that I need to get up and stretch. So I may need to get up and take a 10-minute walk. Or I may need to get up and just stretch for 5 minutes. Stretch your arms out, raise them up above your head, do some bend overs, stretch your legs. You want to do that. And another thing that we want to do all of the time, whether you are in quarantine or not, you want to drink plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated. It is extremely important that you keep yourself hydrated. Whether you're sitting, whether your job, especially if your job is outdoors and you are out in the elements, you are out in the heat. So you want to make sure that you are keeping yourself hydrated. You want to make sure that you're eating properly. That is another self-care routine. Are you a 3 meals a day person? Or are you a person that skips breakfast? You have coffee and a bagel and you consider that your breakfast, or a donut, or what have you. Whatever your eating routine is and your habit is, make sure that you are consistent with it. You still need to be able to have your breakfast in the morning. Maybe you're a mid-morning person where you have a snack throughout the mid-morning before your lunch hour. Make sure that it's a healthy one, not one filled with carbs and sugar that's very hard to get rid of once you all become best friends. Once you become best friends with carbs and sugar, they do not want to leave you. They want to be with you for a lifetime. So throughout the day, when you find yourself hungry, make sure it's hungry and that appetite, because appetite will say to you, eat anything. Hunger is feeding your basic need, right, for sustenance. And so sometimes we think that we are hungry when really it's appetite showing up saying, hello, I'm over here. Can you attend to me a little bit? So just go grab that Snickers bar, my favorite candy bar. But don't always go grab a Snickers. Sometimes just have a handful of cashews. It's healthy. A handful of pistachios, walnuts. Most nuts are healthy. A lot of them have the omega-3 fatty acids that our body needs. Nuts have so many nutritional benefits. So grab a handful of nuts, your favorite nuts. And if you don't know what your favorite nut is, go on an exploration, go on an expedition to find out what your favorite nut is. Go to any store and buy the trail mix, which will be a variety of nuts, raisins. Sometimes it might have various crackers in there, and then sometimes it might have M&Ms or the candy that looks like M&Ms, not genuine M&Ms, but little pieces of chocolate in there. So browse through that bag, eat everything in it, and figure out which is your favorite nut. Cashews are my favorite nut, and I eat, like I said, about a handful of cashews almost every single day. Did you know that eating cashews also helps with depression? It helps to ward off depression. So if you're feeling a little low in this season, again, because things are so changed in our communities, in our worldwide environment, things are so different. So if you find out that you're feeling a little sad, that you're feeling a little depressed, that you're having the Monday blues on Thursday, and you had them the day before on Wednesday, and now you're having them again on Friday, try eating a handful of cashews. It helps to ward off depression. So make sure that you are eating correctly. Again, make sure that you are staying hydrated. And then what are you surrounding yourself with? In your sphere of influence, what are you surrounding yourself with? What kind of music are you listening to? What kind of television are you watching? Are you a television person? I'm not so much a television person, but when I do watch television, for me, it is oftentimes a form of relaxation because I am trying to find better ways to continue to stay healthy, both mentally, emotionally, spiritually, naturally. So how am I doing that? I watch TV to relax. I find something that I like. I like criminal shows, so I love Criminal Minds, SUV, a lot of the stuff sometimes they're showing on there, the blood and the gore and all that. That doesn't really bother me at all because I know it's not real. It's entertainment. So it helps me to relax. It helps me to slow my brain down. Because I like the show so much, I must pay attention because when they catch the perp, I want to know all of the details that they've already figured out during the show. I want to be able to match them up and align them before they get to the end. And sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised when I come up with the same ending that they do when they catch the perp. But are you filling yourself with a lot of things that is counterproductive to the lifestyle that you are trying to currently live? Are you finding yourself doing things, watching things, ingesting things, reading things that aren't healthy for you? It is counterproductive to your self-care routine. If it is harming you emotionally, please release it and don't do that anymore. You don't need to watch something that's going to give you nightmares. If you say, well, I like horror movies, and so you watch them, but then you're having nightmares about them, then perhaps that's not something that you should include in your self-care routine as a form of relaxation. I discovered this app on my phone. Actually, my phone showed it to me. I wasn't looking for it. My phone showed it to me on last week called Calm, 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 and it is a relaxation meditation method that can help you to fall asleep at night. And sometimes I have trouble falling asleep at night because my brain is still filled with so many other things. Perhaps something that I didn't finish, something that I didn't check off of my to-do list today, and I'm rolling it over onto tomorrow, and I'm thinking about tomorrow. Good morning, thank you for joining. I'm thinking about tomorrow, and I'm thinking about what it is I need to do. So sometimes it's hard for me to turn my brain off. Turn your brain off, Victoria, so you can go to sleep, rest. So I found this little app, and it has meditation, it has music, it has a variety of things. You can download it for free. There's a free version, there's a paid version as well. I've only started using the free version. I like it so far. because I can hit meditation and it'll play meditations. You can have nature sounds, so there can be water, it can be woodsy sounds, animals, not so much with the animals, but the water, the calmness of the music helps me to release, helps me to relax. And I found that I've been able to fall asleep faster. You can also download or upload your own method of meditation. Now, sometimes I like to, of course, meditate on various scriptures. So I already have them recorded on my phone. So I took a small selection of some of the scriptures that I want to always have running in my head. So then it gets in my heart and it becomes a part of my regular routine every day, right? If it's in my brain, I can think it. Such as a man thinketh, so is he. So if I have some positive affirmations, some positive scriptures there, that too is a part of my self-care routine. And I meditate on those scriptures throughout the day. You can pick 2 or 3 or as many as you can memorize in one day effectively, because you don't want to just be doing scripture recitation, but memorization, meditation on it. That's thinking it, that's reading it, that is going over it over and over again so that it gets into your spirit, man. That is another part of my self-care routine that I have been applying, I don't know, for a while, for some years now. But this new app, like I was saying, Calm, helps me to relax and to be able to tone it down at night so that I can sleep and sleep well. Because sometimes we're sleeping, but we're not resting. So sometimes you can be sleeping, but you're not resting. If you're waking up every few hours, or, if you wake up in the morning and you still feel exhausted because you tossed and turned all night long, then there could be something else going on there. There could be something else going on there. So if that is the case, then find out what it is that you need to adjust in your bedtime routine. If you're the kind of person that you can't go to bed until you finish something, then maybe you need to shorten your to-do list. Shorten your to-do list. When I first came into Mary Kay, we had our to-do list, and there was no more than 6 things on the list. And you had to really narrow that list down and find out what were the 6 most important things you needed to do. Now, this was, of course, related to your Mary Kay business. But in life, we have these to-do lists that we often create. And I found out that my to-do list oftentimes was way too long. I had way too much stuff on my list to consider that I could get all of these things done in one day. But another tool that I recently discovered is where did I write it down? Is the Eisenhower matrix. I love this. I just discovered it actually on yesterday. The Eisenhower matrix. So the Eisenhower matrix, if you don't know what it is, it's just, so you take a simple piece of paper. They have some preform sheets that you can just go and look up Eisenhower matrix, and you can just download the copies or you can create your own. But it's a sheet of paper. You cut it in half lengthwise and you cut it in half widthwise. And so on the left side, you're going to have a column that says urgent. Next to that one, you're going to have another column that says not urgent. On the side of it, you're going to have not important. You're going to have important and not important. So on the left side, you have urgent at the top. And then on the side of it, you have things that are important. At the bottom, you're going to have things that are not important. On the right side, you're going to have your not urgent column. And when you go across those things that are not urgent, but maybe they are important, but they're not urgent. But that first column is urgent and important. So take care of those things first. Those are simple everyday things oftentimes, like paying your rent, paying your bills. Sometimes you may need to set a bill minder on your phone to inform you like 2 days before the bill is due that you know that you have to pay it. So if you're that kind of a person, then I think that this would be a good tool to use. Like I said, I did it last night, making my plan for next month, scheduling out the month of September. We're halfway through August, so I'm already beginning to schedule out September. So you know the things that you have to do. You have to go to work. You have to be there by a certain time. There's certain things you have to do. Your rent is due on the 1st. This bill is due on the 5th. This bill is due on the 15th. This bill is due on the 27th, or whatever your routine is. Sometimes you need to write those things down, and so you can see them face to face. And then along with the Eisenhower matrix, I began using the Pomodoro tracker. That is an excellent tool for me because it tracks time. So you download the Pomodoro tracker. You can use it daily, you can use it weekly, however is the most effective way for you, because again, this is another self-care routine that's helping you to keep yourself on track with your life daily, weekly, quarterly. You can plan it out for the whole year, but of course it takes steps to do that. You're not planning the whole year at one time. But anyway, the Pomodoro tracker. So you might want to put in there at the top, you can put in there the things that you want to track for that day or for that hour. Let's say you have a 2 hour window and you have some things that you need to accomplish. So you've already downloaded these things on your Eisenhower matrix and they're in the urgent column. So you need to get these things done. So then you download the tracker and you put in, okay, that you want to, you know, organize your day. So you want to organize. So what are the things that you need to organize? Well, I have a meeting at 2 p.m. And so by 1:30, I need to have this report ready. By 2 o'clock, I needed to get it over to my coworker for them to review, and so that we can collaborate a little bit before the meeting starts. So you put that into the tracker. It's going to give you a timetable of 25 minutes. And so you use that 25 minutes to work on that particular project or work on that particular task. When the 25 minutes are up, the tracker goes off, the timer goes off. It gives you, I think, like 4 to 5 minutes for you to get up, stretch, go get a glass of water, use the restroom, do whatever you need to do real quick. Not check emails, not go start another task, but it's just a breather. It is a breather space for you to take a break. You come back, you didn't finish that task, you hit the timer again, it gives you another 25 minutes. And when I used it on yesterday, I was surprised at how much I was able to accomplish in 25 minutes. Being organized, self-care, taking care of me, making my day, my hour, my week, my month easier for me to manage. Another great tool. Something that you can also add to your self-care routine. So what's yours? Good morning, Ray. What is your self-care routine? You look so beautiful. Oh, you're the second person that said that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much this morning. But that is another thing that you can add to your self-care routine to help make your life easier, to help make your life more manageable. And you know what else it does? It eliminates stress. It eliminates overworking. It eliminates overdoing. It eliminates overthinking. So if you can put everything in its proper place, in its proper category, you'll actually get more accomplished. And we know this. We've heard it. You've heard your mentors talk about it. You've probably maybe even heard, I don't know, in your churches you may have heard some of your pastors or ministers or whomever talk about it. But having a set care, a set plan for how you care for yourself is very important. And I'm going to stress again during this time and during this season that we are living in, while our whole lives have been turned upside down, we've all had to adjust. We've all had to make changes. So, are you making changes in your life in a way that is more productive to the things that you need to accomplish on a daily basis? You know, for those of you that have young children, if you are a stay-at-home mom and you have young children, what is your daily schedule? What is your daily schedule? When my children were younger, especially my older two, I was a very active Mary Kay consultant then. I was going for team leader, red jacket, and all of that. So I had a schedule that I kept on the refrigerator. It was color-coded. I think church items were blue. Of course, everything Mary Kay was pink. I forget what color we used for our household things. I don't know. It might have been green. But that schedule was on the refrigerator. And so that way, my children, they were both old enough to read. My older two, they were old enough to read. So the schedule was there, and they knew that on Mondays, I think I had class on Mondays. No, yeah, I did. I had class on Mondays at that time. I was in school. I had work. I had class, and I had a Mary Kay meeting. So all of that was on the schedule. What we had for dinner, our dinner schedule was up for the entire week. I would cook oftentimes a big meal on Sunday. I cooked more food than we needed, but that was deliberate. That was on purpose so that I didn't have to cook every single day. I cooked enough probably to last us for the next 3 days or so. So I would cook maybe like 2 meats, and then all I could do when we ran out of vegetables or starches, then I could just add, more potatoes or add more another vegetable to go along with the main meal. So when you have young children, you have to break your life up. I know. I was there. Thank God all my children now are grown. Hey! I have grandchildren that I love on. But get yourself a schedule. Find the routine that works best for you. And maybe you can take advantage of these two tools that I recently discovered, like I said, just on yesterday. And it's already made an impact on my life and on my schedule. The Eisenhower Matrix, you can just look it up on Google, and I think different versions will pop. It'll pop up. It will pop up. And the Pomodoro, Pomodoro, very easy. Pomodoro tracker, and I will put that in the comment section afterwards. I will edit it and put it in. So those are things that can help to change your life, and it can help to organize your day in a way that is most effective for your self-care routine. So it's not just about the pretty face and the makeup. This is wonderful, and thank you for your comments. But what about the rest of your life? How are you de-stressing? Appetite makes a difference. What you eat, what time of day you eat. Try to get yourself on a regular schedule of eating breakfast between this hour and this hour, lunch between this hour and this hour, and then dinner at a certain hour, and not eating after a certain hour. I have not yet mastered not eating anymore after dinner. Guilty. Sometimes I need a snack before I go to bed, but I try to make healthy choices, cutting sweets out of your diet. Carbs, you won't be able to cut carbs completely out of your diet, but they're good carbs and not so good carbs. So whichever one works for you is the one that you should put into place so that you have a great, healthy, effective self-care routine for yourself. Now, your weekends may be different than your weekdays, depending upon what your life is like. If you have a mate, you have a spouse, you have a significant other, that's in your life. Your weekends may be different than your weekdays. So you may have different things that you do on the weekend that you're unable to do during the weekdays. But your personal self-care routine should be consistent. 7 days a week. So for me, in my work environment, I'm up usually between 6 and 6:30 in the morning. And now I've given myself a bedtime. I am not a toddler. Not a child. But I figured out for me, I need a consistent bedtime so that I can retire in the evening, have enough sleep and rest. Just because you're sleeping doesn't mean you're resting. I referenced that earlier. So whatever it is you need to help you to rest, I found that meditation tool on that app. It helps me to relax. It helps me to relax and empty out, do a brain dump before you go to bed at night. Do a brain dump. You may need to do yours in the morning. Some people need to do it in the morning. I figured out for me, just recently, it might be better for me to do a brain dump at the end of the day. Or maybe you need to do it twice a day. In the morning so that you can clear your mind and get to the things that are urgent and important. Some things are important, but they're not urgent. Right? So you have to figure those things out. The things that are not important and not urgent are often distractions. Distractions are killers. Distractions are killers to the self-care routine and the effectiveness of going about your life daily. Scrolling on Facebook, scrolling on Instagram, social media. How many of you have found yourself going to Facebook or even just going to Google to look up one thing, to find one thing, and you look up and it's 3 hours later? And you've been on Facebook for 3 hours. You've been on social media for 3 hours. So if that 3 hours that you spend on Facebook is not generating you any income, get off. Because it is a distraction and it is a killer to the things that you need to be doing effectively. Building your business, rebranding, whatever it is that you are doing in your life to generate income, to accumulate wealth, learning tools. If you're scrolling for that reason, you're looking at different learning tools that can help you to be more effective in your daily life. That's different. So that's positive time. But just looking to see who posted what and who said what and who's doing what and all of that, that's not effective. And it's keeping you from being productive in your life. So shut it down, turn it off, release it. We just have to set new patterns. We have to set new programs in our own life, in our daily life. So those are the things that you want to focus on. My household is bougie, but I still make them eat leftovers. I know. Me either. Help me, Lord, she says. Good morning, Queen Bridget. So happy to have you here. I was still hungry last night, about 10 p.m. So I had apples and peanut butter, a great snack. That's good. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. A brain dump all day. Oh my gosh. That's a lot going on. Distractions are killers to productivity. Amen to that. Absolutely they are. Distractions are killers to productivity. And Bridget, I'm telling you, I have had to reassign some things in my life so that I get rid of those things. And sometimes we don't even realize that we're being distracted, that we're being pulled away from effectiveness in our own life. We don't realize that we're being pulled away from the things that's going to help promote us in the area that we are trying to thrive in. So listen, my time is running short just a bit. I got about maybe 5 more minutes. My time is running short, but I thank each of you so very much for being a part of our broadcast on this morning. And again, please like and share across your various social media platforms. I'm very appreciative of that. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel by the same name, Victoria School of Etiquette, please go right on over there. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it real hard so that you have access to all of our video material right at your fingertips. So if you happen to be up at 2 a.m., and you need some encouragement, you can scroll through my videos and find something in there I am absolutely sure that's going to be encouraging to you, that's going to be positive to your lifestyle and what it is that you are trying to accomplish. So listen, I am your etiquette educator and your worthy life coach. And now that you know, I'm also Mary Kay Consultant. So if you're interested in products, if you'd like to learn more, please feel free to direct message me. You can DM me. You can just even respond here, and I'd be happy to share some information with you about the cosmetic line. And like I said, we have cleansing products, we have cosmetics, we have glamour, we have stuff for young people, we have stuff for guys as well. So for the special man in your life, we have that too. If you'd like some information, as a worthy life coach, if you are interested in coaching, you can also DM me on that. Worthy life coach, we use positive Christian affirming methods to help you realize your self-value and your self-worth. I'm going to run, ladies and gents. It has been an absolute privilege to chat with you on this morning. If you are just joining, thank you for joining the broadcast, but you can go and hit the replay. It'll be available in just a few moments. And to my current YouTube subscribers, it will be available to you, this video, later on today. So, happy Monday. Mind your manners Monday. Your own self-care routine. Not just beauty and not just hair, but every area of your life deserves a good self-care routine. Find out what works for you. Put it into action beginning today and begin to live your best life. The thing that I always tell all of my clientele, the manners that you practice in private are the ones that will show up in public. This goes for self-care just as well. You all have a great Monday. Until next time, bye for now.